what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be discussing a little post-game recap of the Jazz and Suns game. So without further ado, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications because we are still grinding and posting content consistently on the channel. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so with the trade deadline finally wrapped up, I gotta find ways to stay innovative and just consistently post content on the channel. So I think I'm gonna start doing little recap videos on games, just so that I can stay connected with you guys and that you can still share your thoughts and, you know, just stay up to date on the channel. So a couple takeaways. Obviously the Suns did win tonight against a shorthanded Jazz team. The Suns were without Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant, who did miss or I guess Beal didn't miss the OKC game, but KD is still out. Once again, there's a couple things that I feel the Suns do need to touch on, and there's a few positives that I also want to touch on as well, so that this isn't just a negative-based video, because the Suns did get a win, and that is something to celebrate and appreciate. So we're going to get into the bad things first. First off, Mason Plumlee is still playing clutch minutes for the Suns. I don't like that at all. Mike Budenholzer's excuse or reasoning for that is Nick Richards isn't familiar with everything.
Alternating, playing 5 or 6 minute stretches, and sometimes it's just a gut feel at the end, and Mason's familiarity with what we do, sometimes it's important down the stretch, and they both made a lot of plays, both Nick and Mason.
Which I feel as a coach, that's kind of your duty to get your players familiar with the playbook and just how things work. So that's something on Mike Budenholzer's plate that he needs to take care of, because every game matters for the Suns, and you can't be using that reasoning. I mean, I get Nick Richards is still new; he's a newly acquired player, but you got to get on top of that before we get in a clutch situation, because Mason Plumlee isn't made for these moments. Next thing, I've been pushing this for the past couple videos now. Tyus Jones, he's a huge liability for the Suns, and if the Suns do get into the playoffs, he's going to be unplayable, and that's going to be shown very quickly. Tyus Jones is too small to be on an NBA court for how the modern NBA is. On defense, he's a liability. The Jazz want at Tyus almost every possession. And Mike Budenholzer didn't make adjustments. We have Ryan Dunn that's on our team, guys. If you didn't know, Ryan Dunn is still a Phoenix Sun. He was not traded, and he was not cut. He's still on the roster. It's just simple adjustments like that need to happen. I get the whole political thing that you sign Tyus, you're on a vet minimum for him to be a starter. You got to throw that shit out the window. If you want to have a chance at winning anything this season, you got to throw that out of the window. I mean, you had a guy that has a no-trade clause and is making $50 million and was an all-star player in his career multiple times. You were comfortable enough to bench him. So, Tyus Jones, I'm sorry, pal, but you got to hit the bench, because he doesn't do anything on defense for you. And on the offense end of things, he doesn't facilitate. Book averages more assists than him. He's a better playmaker than Tyus Jones. And Tyus Jones is too small. I don't know. He can't do shit, really. We were so hyped at the fact that we got a player like Tyus Jones for a minimum contract, which is cool if he's coming off the bench. But we thought he would have been good as a starter as well. It's not good. And just like I think Memphis had to do the same thing in the playoffs a couple years back. When they had Tyus Jones, he was too small, so they had to bench him. But on offense, he has no gravity. He has no pull, so it's hard for him to get people open. So he just kind of dribbles there and puts the Suns in a tough position. And then you have to force either a tough floater up, which Tyus, he's good at. He can make those floaters, or he has to kick it off and pray that somebody makes a shot. So those are the two takeaways that I have about the Suns right now that they really just need to touch on and fix. But let's get into the positive things. Now, on the positive side of things, there's a lot of things I liked that were done tonight. Mike Budenholzer in the first quarter played, I believe, 10 players, which is very rare. I know that we're at the trade deadline, so we're waiting for players to come in. And then, of course, Katie and Brad were out tonight. But Bol did play some solid minutes tonight, which was awesome to see. Whenever Bol does play, he does usually provide valuable minutes. So that means the next game, which would be today when this video is up, you're not going to see Bol play. Because whenever he plays and he provides valuable minutes, he gets benched. And it's just good. It was good to see some guys that usually don't get any play get out there. Royce O'Neal was also really solid tonight. I know he missed a couple of open threes, but he did make up for it in overtime there towards the end. And then once again, before I close this video out, shout out to Devin fucking Booker, man. 47 points, 6 rebounds, and 11 assists. He was 3 of 10 from 3, but he killed it. He single-handedly led this team to a victory. And Grayson Allen came in there at the end, hit that clutch 3, to send it to overtime, and those 7 threes were clutch. Grayson, he was the running mate for Buck tonight, so that was good to see. And he opened up overtime as well with that big 3 as well to kick things off. So that was awesome to see. But games like this shouldn't be close, especially when you're playing a team like the Utah Jazz that is unmanned, that is missing players like Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarkson, players like that. So that shouldn't be happening. But once again, I'm not going to discredit this win, even though there's some clear issues and signs of what needs to happen and what needs to be adjusted. But they did come out here and get a nice win. So shout out to the Suns, and hopefully we can capitalize on this, man, because I think the issues that are at hand right now are easy to fix. I think Monte Morris needs to play some more minutes. I think he provides more than what Tyus can do for the Suns. And you just gotta get Nick Richards familiar. If that's the reasoning that he's not playing in these clutch minutes.
What?
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit?
That if that's the reason why Mason Plumlee's playing over Nick Richards, that has to be changed. I just think Mike Budenholzer has a love connection for Mason Plumlee, and they have a secret relationship. But with that being said, I'm gonna close this out. Thank you guys for tuning into the channel once again, and make sure to like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe, and then turn on post notifications, because I want to see you guys tuned in, so you guys won't miss any great videos coming in the future. So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.